Hello, welcome, ladies. Welcome to the Women of Color Leadership Series. I am your fearless host, Latrice Huff, career and leadership coach to ambitious women of color. And it is my mission and my movement to put more Black women and women of color in leadership roles and positions of power. But here's the thing, I want us in these roles healthy, safe, productive, taking care of ourselves. So that's why today's topic is so near and dear to my heart. It's about when to take a break as a Black woman or a woman of color in leadership. And I'm talking to you. If you are watching this, if you're hearing this, I am talking to you. Let me fix my eyebrows. So many of us need to hear this, ladies. If you're watching the replay, share, tag this out. If you are joining me live, give me a hey, hi, let me know where you're joining in from. I like to see the states. Recently, North Carolina has been like in the house. North Carolina has been representing, but I'm going to be talking directly to you tonight. And I want us to have a conversation about this because this is a repetitive issue. This I have seen repeatedly as an issue with us not taking breaks when our body, our mind, our spirits are screaming, it's time to rest. It's time to take a break, right? So, if you are new to my channel, if you are new to me, my channel, my network, hey, hi, I am Latrice Huff, career and leadership coach to ambitious women of color, like I said. And in honor of Black History Month, I am going live for 21 days straight with tips, tricks, and secrets to help women of color and Black women land and keep leadership roles. Okay. And again, it's not just about getting the leadership role, it's about being successful in it. And successful in a role means that you are happy, you are healthy, you're productive, you're restful. Okay. Again, if as I'm going through these, you all have any comments, please put them in the comment section. I really want this to be a conversation. I'm going to be checking to see my comments don't always show up on my screen. So I'm going to be checking to see if, as the comments come in, you guys, like I said, say hey, say hi. Let me know what's going on with you all. Have you ever felt like you needed a break but just couldn't take it? Some of the things I hear is like, Latrice, I can't take a break because when I come back, things are going to get even worse. Like things are going to fall apart if I take this break. So I can't even take a break, right? That's some of the things I'm hearing. Or I'm going to come back to an even bigger mess. I'm going to come back to all these things. I've told my clients who are looking for a job and if it's just getting too stressed out, too much anxiety, I've prescribed them to take a break. And they'll be like, you don't understand. This is my livelihood. I'm like, how can something be your livelihood that's costing you your life? Your life is not worth a job or searching for a job or being stressed out. Okay, it is just not. So we can say something is our livelihood, but let me tell you all, when I've seen women take rest, take a break, they come back stronger, better than ever. No time is lost. We think if we take a break, something is lost. The time is lost. Now I got to work my way back up to where I was, and it's just simply not true. It's not true. You come back more refreshed, more energized, full of ideas. It's just not true. Whether you take a break from I've seen people take breaks from their job search, even just a couple of weeks, just to kind of recoup, get your mind right. As soon as they come back, like magic, job interviews coming, job offers, jobs they applied to 2, 3 months ago, now following up with them. I've had women when they've taken a break from their jobs, possibly a leave of absence, using that PTO for a week or longer. I'm not talking about a day, I mean a week or longer. Come back. Seeing some gaps now, seeing now how they need to train their staff, seeing now how they can be more productive, coming back more on top of it. Need to take the break. So what I'm going to go through today, and I want you all to share too, like your experiences, is when to take a break as a Black woman or a woman of color in leadership. Because sometimes we simply don't know. And as your coach, you can call me. Oh, I'll tell you, I call me Coach Lala. That's the little alter ego. Right? You can call me Coach Latrice or Coach Lala. Just be like, be like, yes, Coach. All right, I hear you, Coach. I hear you. I'm telling you all from personal experience, me as somebody who held a leadership role, as someone who is the CEO and the leader of her own business. Myself, I had to use these same tips. I'm telling you all as someone who helps Black women and women of color all the time, and I see what happens when they don't take a break versus when they do. Okay. So come on, join the conversation. Let me know what's on y'all mind, what y'all thinking. See, we got some people watching and joining. I appreciate y'all. But this is a conversation, you guys. This isn't just y'all watching me like, give it to me, Latrice. This is like, I want us to have a conversation because this is a serious problem in our community, okay? And if you're like, Latrice, I'm ready. I know I need a break. I want to be productive. And I'm trying to break out of middle management, land me a leadership role I'm going to be successful in, then I invite you to join my Leadership Legacy program. Again, where it's not just about landing the leadership role, it is about being healthy and successful in that role, making 200K plus. All right. So if this sounds like you and you're like, I'm ready, 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 book a call with me to enroll at calendly.com/Latrice/leadership. I'm looking forward to working with you. All right. Or you can just DM me ready and be like, Latrice, I'm ready. I'm ready. As we get into this, again, I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what's going on. What are you all feeling? Why do you feel like you can't take a break? Have you taken breaks? Let me know. So, this is what I have number one. If you're in a toxic environment, you can't breathe when you're in a toxic environment. You can't think straight when you're in a toxic environment. Take a break. I've seen people leave toxic environments and then be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm making so much more money. Like you think because you're in that toxic environment that that's the only environment that, people are like, I'd rather stay with the devil I know than the devil I don't know. It's like, girl, it's a whole garden Eden on the other side. You only need to be here in this toxic place. And you do need time to heal from toxic environments. If you're in a toxic environment, if you're going to work getting anxiety, you know these people drive you crazy. You don't like them, they don't like you. If you've ever heard yourself say the money just ain't worth it. I've even seen people like, I'm about to quit. I'm about to walk out. Before you walk out, please take a break. Let's get some things in order. Take a break. It's going to make things much easier in the long run and in the short run. So that's number one. If you find yourself in a toxic environment, automatically take a break. Y'all better be using this PTO. I've seen places with unlimited PTO, but then people don't use it. Use your PTO. In fact, if at the end of the year you got 22 days, you need to. That's a clear sign. Okay, one, I'm probably in a toxic environment, and two, I need to take a break. I use all 22 of them days. I've had people be like, "Oh, I got so much time. It's like use it or lose it. They've accumulated so much they can't even accumulate no more." I'm like, "What's going on? Take your break, sis. Take your break." So, toxic environment, take a break. Number two, trauma. If you have personally experienced trauma, and let me tell you, you can experience workplace trauma. You can experience trauma like in your family, something like that. You could have even experienced trauma a few years back that's coming up now, that something was triggering. Please take the time to heal. Whether this is a new occurrence, a past occurrence, something that's currently like, you need to take time to heal from trauma. Trauma is real. I know some people, I've heard things be like, trauma isn't real. Okay, I'm not going to debate you with that. Trauma is real. And if you've experienced any kind of trauma, physical, mental, social, sexual, any type of trauma, you need to heal from that and you deserve a break. You need a break. It's no, I'm going to push through. I'm going to just put it to the side. I ain't going to think about it. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Take a break. A for real break. Not, and I'm not talking about you take a break and then you keep doing everything you normally do. You checking emails, you just at home doing everything you normally do. That's not a break. I mean a real break to heal, to get yourself right. Okay. And I have this on this list because I have seen this working with my clients. They tell me things. I'm like, that was trauma, right? Like that was a traumatic event, and they're speaking on it like it's just a blimp. Like, oh no, it's just a part of the overall story. I'm like, no, that was a traumatic moment, and you're having all these issues because you haven't dealt with that trauma, right? So if you've experienced any type of trauma, it doesn't matter the time frame. Sometimes people are like, that was a long time ago. Yeah, but look how it's coming up in your career and in your life now. You got to take a break and work on that and heal from that. Okay. Number three, your health, your physical health. You know how many people are like, oh, I'm going into surgery on Friday. I'm taking a half a day. I'm going into surgery on Friday and I'm coming to work on Monday. What? That's not even enough time for your body to heal. I've had women be like, because I'm going to tell my doctor I can come back to work soon. Why? If your doctor doesn't even recommend it, why would you do that? Sometimes we have to ask ourselves, why are we doing these things? You better take that FMLA. You better take that short term disability. Get your paid leave. Like, we have to ask ourselves, what is the rush? What do we feel like we're missing out on? What is going on in our minds that we feel like we can't take the time for our bodies to heal? I've seen this with women having babies. And y'all know I got ton, always be like, I got a ton of kids. Y'all know I got a ton of kids too. My youngest is 6, right? So, like, I understand. I'm telling you all, I understand. And I know what happens when you don't take the time for your body to heal. So I want you to seriously be honest with yourself. I've seen women have babies and be like, I can go back to work in 2 weeks. I was like, why? They like, I didn't tell my job I was pregnant. First of all, you 9 months. They know you. Like, wow, what are we doing? What are we doing? Let your body heal. Bone with your. We don't need to go back to work in 2 weeks. Like, we just have to ask ourselves, why are we doing these things? It's not healthy. It's not even productive. You're never gonna be as productive as you think you're gonna be in your mind. You are not. You're not. Not when your body, your physical body is trying to heal. And you will impede your health and your recovery when you go back to work too early. That's just science. That's not even Latrice in her opinion. That's just facts. That's just facts. And again, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for joining. I know I'm kind of going on a little rant. If you know a black woman or woman of color who needs to hear this, go ahead and tag her. Go ahead and share it out. You can send it to a private in DMs. Be like, Latrice was talking today. She mentioned some things that seem familiar to you. I think you should listen to this because I know it's so many of us going through the same thing. Sometimes we can play it out, and if our brains go to worst case scenario, and I've said this before, then I always recommend best case scenario. Oh, I take the time I need to heal my body. I come back healthier. I come back more rejuvenated. I'm now more productive. What if I get a promotion because I'm now more productive? Versus if I come back too soon, I make mistakes, I'm going to miss things. They're going to be complaining. I didn't take my necessary time. I've set back my recovery. These are all things I have seen when you don't take your necessary break. So if you like, I don't know if I should take a break. I don't know if now is the right time to take. I don't know if now is the right time. When is the perfect time to take a break? You better take this break. I'm giving y'all something right now. And here's the thing. And I feel like, when I was coming up with the notes for this, I'm like, dang, even me, I was like, why these always gotta be so extreme? Why we just can't take a break just because, dang, it's Monday and we don't feel like going to work on Monday. Like, why can't we? Like, without the guilt, without checking the emails, with like, hey, I may need a mental health day. And that's going to bring me to number 4, which is your mental health. Please take a break. And we always like, okay, so I'm in my 40s, right? And I see people like mental health days are for the millennial. I'm like on the cuff of a millennial and an X, right? But technically I'm a millennial, but I'm like early in the year millennial, right? Early in the decade millennial. And I'm telling you, I've switched back and forth on these mental health days until I started taking them. I was like, oh my goodness, everybody needs to start taking mental health days. I see the younger people be like, yeah, I take a mental health day. I'm like, what do you do? They like get my mental health. They like, I don't know, watch Netflix, get my nails done, journal. I'm like, I start taking me some mental health days. On those days that I'm back, I'm more productive. My mind is clear. I'm sharp. I was like, now I start scheduling in breaks and mental health days. Your mental health is important. If a place is, I've seen the mental health and the physical like combined where a job is so stressful, it's giving you anxiety attacks. Your boss is so toxic that when they speak, like you feel your heart racing, right? Like, no, you gotta take a break. You gotta get away from that. Your mental health is important. Again, a job is not more important than your life, and a job is not even your livelihood. Like, you will be alive and you will survive without this job. But also, that's our brain going to the extreme that if I take a break, I will lose my job. And that 99% of the time, it's not true. And if it is true, you are in a toxic environment and you need to leave that job anyway. But just about all companies full time have some sort of PTO, PAL, some sort of benefits. Even a lot of companies now are even giving part time employees like PTO and things like that. Like, there's something somewhere you can take time off, right? And then number five, going into this, it is okay to take a break for your personal life. Your son has a doctor's appointment. You have a doctor's appointment. What if you just want to go to your child's game? What if you want to go to your niece's graduation? What if your friend is getting married? What if you stayed up too late the night before and then you tired? Like, it's okay to take a break for your personal life. It's okay. It's okay to take a break for your personal life and whatever that sounds. And that's what I mean by, like, a lot of times we think something has to be extreme. I gotta be going into surgery, and then even then we want to come back early. I suffered a trauma. I'm only going to take a day off. I got to call my job. I got to call my job. Y'all. And being in HR, let me tell y'all something. I have seen people drop dead, and before the ink on the obituary is even dry, they like, hey, you want to post it? Can you post this job? Can you post this? Can we get the job done? Not saying they didn't care about the person. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but they cared about that business more. And while they send their regards and they'll send some flowers, they're also going to post that role. So you tell me what's more important, your life, or this role that's stressing you the heck out. And all leadership roles don't need to be stressful. They don't need to be like to this extreme, and they're not. But it is your responsibility to take your breaks, to get rest for yourself, to help your body and your mind recover and recuperate. That's your responsibility. That's your responsibility. And you have to take care of yourself. And this is something, and this is coming, I know it may sound counterintuitive coming from a career and leadership coach, but it is not. This is very productive. This is very factual of, like, you need to take a break to be even more productive, to be restful, to recuperate, to recover, right? And it's okay to just take it because, hey, this is my personal life. That's it. What if it doesn't have to be so extreme? And again, I've seen extreme cases, y'all, and y'all still don't take no breaks. But it doesn't have to be that extreme, okay? So if you all have any comments, anything you want to say to add to the conversation, feel free. As I log off, I'm going to be hopping off soon, but I'm going to be checking the comments. I'm going to be coming back to the comment. I see people even post comments like days later. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. You're watching live, hashtag live. I'm going to be coming back and checking all the comments. If you have any questions or anything you want to share with me privately, you can DM me as well. We can also chat on the call, see how I can help you in your career, because there are some amazing, amazing leadership roles, and the world needs you. We need to see your face, your brown skin in a leadership role, sis. But we need to see you there healthy. We need to see you there healthy, glowing, not stressed out, glowing, productive, leading in the natural way that you're supposed to. Okay? So you all have a great night. This has been wonderful speaking to you all. I'm glad you all are like watching and joining in. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all tomorrow.